So people often ask me, they say, Doc, how do I know if I'm inflamed? Well, of course, my answer is going to be to go get tested. Don't guess, go get tested. But there are a few symptoms that one will experience if they are inflamed. The first one and the most common is going to be GI distress. So if there's leaky gut or gut dysbiosis in the microbiome, you're going to have a lot of flatulence, a lot of gas, a lot of issues with the stomach pain and cramping. So that means you have inflammation going on in your gut. Also, if your joints are super creaky and stiff and painful, that means there's inflammation going on in your joint spaces. With the skin, you can have red, itchy skin with some patches on it, eczema, things like that. That's going to be inflammation that's coming out towards the skin. And then allergies are actually a very common sign of chronic systemic inflammation that's going on in the body. So those are some of the symptoms, but of course we want to ensure that we're getting tested. There's all kinds of tests on the market that you can do to check your inflammation levels. You can go to your PCP and get tested for systemic inflammation with some blood tests. They can test for cytokine levels, interleukin levels, and CRP. And then of course you can go see your dentist and they can do a super simple saliva test. There's several on the market. I'm just going to name a few of them. One is that I talk about in the book, the MMP-8 test that is given by Diagnostics. I personally like this test because it's chairside, and we know that MMP-8 is associated with the level of collagen breakdown in the body, which is directly related to inflammatory levels. You can also get your IL-6 genetic mutation test done through OralDNA, which is through Access Genetics. That's important because it tells you if you have a predisposition for inflammation. So I have that mutation, for example, so I am predisposed to inflammation, so I have to be extra careful. And then there's a new company out there, Microbiome, that's doing a whole host of testing on patients by using their saliva, and they can tell you your inflammatory panel as well. So I hope this was helpful, and I hope you get tested.